Oh, hi. Um, yeah, so I guess this is a little bit of a Husker themed one, I guess. But also there's a bit of a, I guess, channel announcement to a degree, kind of too. Um, so the last week of July, my dad is taking me and my nieces and nephew on a trip across Nebraska. I live in Nebraska. I've lived here my entire life. Um, I have been on a trip across Nebraska before, and I've also been on other jaunts all around the state throughout my whole life. Um, so it's not like I haven't been to, places around Nebraska. Obviously, I've done videos about a few things. I did one about Lorenzen Gardens in Omaha with like the One Piece and the Mythical Creatures one. This one is actually not going to be a video where I try to like weave One Piece into different things, but I might try something with that because Nebraska does have some interesting landscapes. We have a place that's called Chimney Rock, which is this giant like spire looking rock way out in western Nebraska. We have a place called Toadstool Park that we're planning on going, and all this a bunch of other places around the state. And I plan on taking lots of pictures while I'm there and possibly making some videos. And because I thankfully got permission from Teching, I am going to be taking my Berry plushie with me. And he's going to get to be in some of the videos. So let's put Barry back here by the by the Husker hats. Stay. I've got a bunch of Husker shirts. At least one of the days I'm going to say we all wear a Husker shirt and get some pictures there. We're going to go to a place called Carhenge, which is kind of like Stonehenge but in Nebraska and made out of cars. Yeah, that's basically a good explanation of Carhenge there. There's some museums we're gonna go to, some other places, and I'll do some pictures of those and such like that as we go along. Also, I'm gonna be buying postcards and things like that. A lot of these places I've been to before, but my nieces and nephew have not been to, or if they have, it's been a very long time. We're just gonna go all the way around Nebraska, so that'll be fun. And also, as I said, I'm going to be taking videos and everything, but the reason I'm holding a hairbrush is because I've decided that I'm also going to be getting a haircut before then. And I decided, just like, well, it's been a while since I've got a haircut. I thankfully got one not too long before we had to be like quarantined and everything last year and such. But my hair has gotten rather long. This is not the longest it's been. It's been like all the way down my back before, but that was a long time ago. But yeah, so it's kind of long at the moment. I mean, not too terribly long. I've seen people that have far longer hair than this, and they probably take better care of it than I do. But yeah, so I'm going to be going to get my hair cut. And the other reason that this video is kind of going up as an announcement is because, as I've stated before in other videos, I do tend to kind of record these in batches, or I record them and then they don't get posted until several weeks later, depending on the circumstances for the context of the video, for the subject of the video, because with my work schedule, sometimes it's hard to be able to adjust, like, okay, well, I can do this here, and I can do this here, and I can do this here. So that's why I've, you'll see, there'll be other videos that'll be coming out for even into like August, and maybe even into like September or something like that, that still have me with like long hair, simply just because of the fact that I recorded those videos before I got my haircut. So yeah, kind of just an announcement on that. The videos I'll be posting, I'll still have some regular videos that'll go up that week while I'm gone, and then I'll have like a one that'll be going up on that August 1st, because August 1st, that Sunday after I get back, is going to be Sister's Day. And I probably won't see my actual sister on Sister's Day, but it's Sister's Day, and I'll be doing the One Piece Sister's Day video for that. So, I'll have that done beforehand. So you'll see, like, there'll be like continuity and like, why do you have long hair? Why do you have short hair? type stuff all throughout the videos for the upcoming months, and then it'll slowly whittle away to just like, okay, she just has short hair now, type stuff. So yeah. So we have Barry will be coming with us. Lots of pictures will be taken. Postcards will be bought. Other souvenirs will be bought, of course. Videos will be taken. I'm also going to be baking a batch of the Barry cookies to take a picture of Barry with, because I have not done that yet. But also to take with us on the trip, because they're good and they're a little bit more easily portable than regular like chocolate chip cookies. Not that chocolate chip cookies are not delicious, because I love making those too. But, you'll get to see what my haircut looks like very shortly. So, here's about as long as it is now. Yeah. I don't mind long hair, but it's been a little while since I've had short hair. But, it's not going to be like short like my mom's, because my mom has like really like Jamie Lee Curtis short type hair, which my mom can pull off, but I don't want that short of hair. So this is what we got for what it looks like now. And now we're going to cut to what it's going to look like once I get it cut. And now this is what it looks like short. This is not the shortest I've had it. Well, it's kind of about the average, about how short it gets when I cut it, or when I have it cut. But yeah, so yeah, we cut off quite a bit. Unfortunately, not enough for Locks for Love, unfortunately, although I have done that at least one time in the past. Now, hopefully throughout the videos when I'm recording, I just keep my hair behind my ears better, as opposed to like when it like flops over my shoulder every time I move my head. Yeah. Much shorter in the back. Yeah, see, much shorter. I like having short hair. I'm fine with long hair. The lady that cut my hair was very, very nice. She did a great job. She was very sociable. I also have, I didn't take any pictures of my hair while she was doing it, like with it like stuff at like different lengths or anything like that. I did, however, take a couple of pictures of what my hair, chunks of my hair look like on the floor. So those are what these look like for kind of the amount of hair that was cut off. Yeah. So yeah, we got a lot cut off there. We also have the dog joined us in the background. Rainy. See? We got a Rainy. We got a Rainy in the background. Got a Rainy in the video. Rainy and Barry. Now, if I get Rainy get up on the bed, then I can have him next to Barry again. But that's not happening right now. Maybe in the other part of this video. And by that I mean, this is not the only thing that is going to happen to my hair. I'm actually going to have my nieces and nephew dye my hair. Permanent dye. I have had my hair dyed before. It was black and red the last time I had it done. It was mostly all black, and then like was just some red at the front, just to frame my face, and it looked really well, and thankfully as it grew out it looked fine too. I've also had a perm in the past, and I wasn't, I admittedly, if it had curled a little bit more, I would have looked a little bit more like River Song before River Song was a thing. Before River Song from Doctor Who was a thing. I'll see if I can try to find some of those pictures of me with black hair and me with my perm. But that was quite a while ago. The perm was when I was in high school, and the hair dyed when it was black was like 1920, something like that. It was a while ago. Yeah, that was almost a decade ago. Okay, yeah, let's make myself feel old. So yeah, I'm gonna let the kids dye my hair. You're just gonna have to wait and see what color it is. So yeah, as I said, I'm gonna be doing some Barry videos during that week when we're on vacation, along with a couple of other videos that'll set to be posted anyway. Like there'll still be a Disney video that during the week when this is going on and everything. This is probably gonna end up getting put up either the Saturday just before we leave or the Sunday that we leave. Probably leaning more toward the Saturday that we leave. Yeah, I won't get to see Rainy for an entire, well, not an entire week, not quite an entire week, because we're supposed to be back like later in the week. But yeah, so we'll have Rainy. I'll miss Rainy for a while. It's the first vacation I've taken since I've had him that involves me actually leaving where he will be. So yeah, that's just been a while since I've done that, just because my work schedule didn't really allow for it. So I'm gonna have fun like messing with my hair every now and then in like videos. Like, okay, let's mess with it, and then it'll be a different color too. But yeah, so that's what I have for this section. I'm having fun recording these. I also got to show off my my nice Husker shirts, because you know I don't pay that much attention to sports. The main sports team I ever pay any attention to are the Huskers, whether it be our football team or whether it be our our women's volleyball team or the women's basketball team or just other stuff like that for our other sports. But I don't pay that much attention to it. I'm like, it's like the Super Bowl rolls around and it's just like, I'm just gonna watch for the commercials and the halftime show. That's about it. Or like any other like at Thanksgiving when there's like my uncles and cousins are watching football, I'm gonna be like, I have no idea who that is. Some players I can point out and everything, like the more famous football players or stuff like that, or even some baseball players or basketball players every now and then. I am excited to see the new Space Jam movie, so that'll be fun. I like the animation that they have going with that, so we'll see what happens with that once I end up at some point watching that. So thank you very much. We'll be moving on to the next part now. So we've got hair like this, where it's still blondish, brownish blonde, whatever you want to go with. I had really blonde hair when I was little, like really, really, really blonde hair, and it's just got darker because I burn easily in the sun, so the hair got darker because I wasn't outside as much. So now you're gonna get to see what my hair looks like when it's gonna be the new hair color. So yeah, I have blue hair now. Yeah, so yeah, that was the other thing. I have short blue hair now. And in celebration of that, I brought out a bunch of my blue plushies. Whale shark. Yeah, I'm a blue. Yeah, I like blue. Yeah, so I got this done for the Nebraska trip. I was gonna get my hair cut anyway, and I kept talking to my nieces about having them help me dye my hair, and that's where this ended up. So yeah, I have blue hair now. So that was a fun day. I'm gonna throw up some pictures here of the process we went through. The girls had fun with it. I decided to go with blue just because I've had black hair before and I couldn't find any of the pictures of me when I had my perm, or I think I may have found something with me when I had my black hair. We'll see if I find that anywhere else. But so we had that. I've got all my blue plushies out here. I also went with blue because like Stitch is blue. So better look at it. The girls did a very good job with it and had fun with it. They've dyed their hair several times. Not a sponsor or anything like that, but I wouldn't mind sponsor. Arctic Fox is the brand that we used. It's long lasting and everything, and it's they don't test on animals, which, I mean, my niece told me that because it's the same brand they've used, and yeah, they don't test on animals, and I'm like, well, I guess that is kind of important to me since I don't like it when companies test cosmetics on animals to a degree. So yeah, I gotta have blue hair for a while. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how it looks as it grows out. I went with blue in the tradition of lots of blue Disney characters. There's of course Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. There's also Sully from Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc., Monsters University, and then now the Monsters at Work that they have on Disney Plus. Also, we have Isuzu from from Raya and the Last Dragon. I don't have an Isuzu plushie or anything like that. I just have this other pretty blue dragon. looks a little bit like a Suzu. I mean, like, it would look more like a Suzu if it didn't have the wings, but it's still pretty. And then has absolutely nothing to do with the Suzu, but it's just another pretty dragon. My nephew has a matching one. It has stars on its wings. Yes, I'm a dork. I like dragons and Disney, and dragons from Disney, so Maleficent, but she's not blue. There's, Disney princesses have had different blue dresses. Of course, Cinderella has her blue dress, and Elsa kind of has her, very light blue dress at various points in time. Belle's original outfit is, of course, blue. So there's various characters throughout Disney's history that have had a blue as their theme color, beyond just, Stitch. I have a plushy whale shark. Yes, I nicknamed it Jinbei. Of course I did. Lots of other blue Pokemon, of course. These are not all of my blue Pokemon plushies because I don't have Vaporeon up here, or Squirtle, or Glaceon, or what's the other one? Piplup. Don't have them. Don't have Totodile up here. I ran out of room. I had to make sure we had Barry here, so I put Barry next to Stitch because he's, of course, still coming on the trip. So we'll have fun with me having blue hair for the trip and for a while to go. So you'll slowly get to see as it changes color, as the dye gets washed out little by little. Also, in the process of it, my nails got turned slightly blue. Can't really tell that very much, but they got turned slightly blue. And this technically has no relevance to this video, but it happened on the same day that we did my hair. The day before when I went to go get my haircut, after that, when I was on my way to work, I drove by a yard sale sign that said "Sword Garage Sale," and I'm like, "Sword?" And of course, it was in all capital letters. So my first thought was, "Sword from One Piece? Are Drake and Kobe involved?" And then I'm like, "No, it's just a sword yard sale." And I told my sister and my niece and nephew, my niece about it, the older one. Because my brother-in-law really, really likes swords. They cut their wedding cake with a sword. They have swords in their house. It's a very reliable present to get my brother. Let's get him a sword or a dagger of some kind. So I told them about it, and my brother-in-law went, and he ended up, I think he bought like 2 swords, and my sister went, of course, and she took the kids, and they found some other stuff. It was not just swords that they were selling. There were also like some like battle axes. There was like a giant spear pole arm that I was like, I could debate about buying that and like putting it in the corner, but I'm like, I would have no use for it. So I didn't buy the giant pole arm spear. It's cool looking though. But they had like other like Renaissance outfits type stuff for like cosplaying and steampunk and things like that, which I have several of those things myself. And I'll probably put them on for a video at some point in time, but not at the moment. But like they had that stuff. My niece bought like a cloak with horses on it. Other niece bought other stuff. Nephew bought stuff. So they had a lot of fun with that. And I actually bought 2 swords myself. The sellers were very, very nice. And ironically enough, I'm walking around and I see a pair of shoes with like, because it's more than just them that are doing the sale. And it's the pair of shoes with like Amanda tagged to, and I'm like, okay, that's a weird sign. I didn't buy the shoes. They were too small. I have a pair that's very similar to them, but they were too small. But it's like their daughter's name was Amanda. The couple's daughter's name was Amanda. They were very, very nice. And here are actually the swords that I got. So I'm going to show you I got I don't think it qualifies as a long sword. The tag that was on it when I got it from the guy said that it was called a Baby American. And this does not look like a baby. Here's a better picture of the handle. It's a cool looking handle. Quite a kind of a long sword-ish. I kind of refer to it because it kind of looks like a cutlass a little bit. And usually pull it out. We have sword. So this. I don't want to dent this thing because the guy was very, very nice. Very, very friendly. Very, very helpful. This was the last one of these ones they had. They had several They had a different one that had a bigger handle, but it costed more. And then there was also one that had like a rooster as a handle, and I'm like, I don't really want that. There were more like broadswords and long swords as well. They said they used to do like Renaissance fairs and things like that. They were a very nice couple. And the guy even said that if like, because the other sword that I bought was still in the box when I got it from them and still wrapped up, and I could see everything of it. But the guy said if it has, if you take it out and it's got a bunch of rust or it doesn't look the way that it's supposed to look, bring it back and we'll give you one of these other ones that was sitting out there. And because he's like, well, we can give you one that's a better looking one. From one of the ones that I was looking at, he's like, well, we can give you a better one than that. That's a newer version or a better conditioned version. Some of the swords he said were like battle ready, and I'm like, I'm not the zombie apocalypse prepper kind, and I don't think this was one of the battle ready swords. Set this over here. There we go. You can kind of see that a little bit. Here we go. There we go. You can see that a little bit. The other one that I got is this. It's a Roman sword. I kept calling it Ronin, and I'm like, that's not right. It's a Roman sword. Nice leather sheath here. Nice good pommel for hitting things, of course. And that over there. And this is what we got. Nice pommel, nice sword. This was the one that he gave me that was still very much in the box and wrapped and everything. I don't think he said these were battle ready, but again, I'm not the kind that's going to be using them in any form of like battling or anything like that. They're very nice condition. There's not really any rust on them at all, as far as I can tell. I'm not a sword expert by any means. That would be more my brother-in-law. But I still like them. I have my fake swords back there, of course. And I have like one dagger downstairs that looks like a dragon. But yeah, so I got new swords. I got new swords and new hair. So yeah, I couldn't figure out any other reason for why I would be able to show those swords off in a video, so I just put them here. I got them on the same day this happened, so and also because it kind of ties into the Disney stuff, and the other blue character to a degree, the Blue Fairy. This night, my mom took my two nieces to a musical, and my nephew didn't really want to go. Sometimes he's okay with musicals, but not so much this one since it didn't really have a storyline. It was just them doing different songs from other musicals, and such, like a medley performance. But my nephew really wasn't all that interested in that. So my dad and I watched him, and we watched Pinocchio, the original, animated one, and it was the first time that my nephew had seen Pinocchio. He'd been wanting to watch it because there's going to be the live action version with Tom Hanks coming out soon, and it was the first time that he watched it. And I love my nephew, but he is to a degree very easily distracted. But he paid a large amount of attention to the movie. He did a very good job of paying attention to it and everything. And he very much enjoyed it. He kind of got like a bit enraptured during like different parts of it where he's, talking to the TV and everything. I think he understood the basic story for it, but it was very nice to get to see him watch it for the first time. He also hasn't watched like Lady and the Tramp and other stuff. And I was heartbroken to hear that he has not seen Lilo and Stitch all the way through. And I'm like, I have to remedy that at some point. So we'll see if I can remedy that at all with him, with different things at some point. Have him or the girls over and we watch some other Disney movies at some point that they haven't seen or haven't seen for a long time. But yeah, on the other note of that, unfortunately, I did not have this done in time to be able to do the Lilo and Stitch videos. So I have regular hair for the Lilo and Stitch videos. I have regular hair for the Disney videos up through Treasure Planet. And then when I get to the Brother Bear video, that's when this is now going to be in the Brother Bear video. So I would have liked to have had it done in time for the Stitch stuff, but it just didn't work out between my scheduling and the girls' scheduling and other things and everything. So that's what we got. I have new swords. I have blue hair. I'm going to be going on a trip with my dad and my nieces and nephew. I will be posting different pictures from that into the other videos that I will make that'll have Barry in them, of course, at various points in time. He won't be in like every single frame, of course, but he'll be in several of the videos and the pictures and such that I'll make for that. Probably like maybe like a video for like the first 3 days and then a video for like the last 2 days or something like that, depending on how that all works out and everything. Yeah, so I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like my new hair. Give me comments for whether or not you liked it or not. My mom said it looked kind of more teal than anything, but you know, I like it. I think it turned out rather well. The girls did a very good job. So very good job to my nieces for that. The nephew really wasn't all that interested in helping with it, but one of the pictures that we took when the girls were doing it and everything is because they started out, we tried it with like the foil, and they're just like, well, we just usually just like, you know, rub it in like we're rubbing in shampoo, and that was kind of how it ended up. But they ended up doing like a spike on the back of my head with my hair for a little while, and I walked around with like a spike for my hair for like a short time while the dye's all setting in. So that was fun. And we got fun pictures of that. So thank you very much for watching. As I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like my hair, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day. Bye. Invest in your hair. It's the crown you never take off.